All right, I think we can go ahead and get started, and anyone else can join in. Um, so welcome. Today we're going to be talking about humanities and the social sciences for studying abroad, specifically for the upcoming application cycle for winter 2025 programs. My name is Elise.
And my name is Sierra.
And we are both intercultural programs advisors with the Center for Global and Intercultural Studies, also known around campus as CGIS.
Okay, so first we're going to talk about how to get credit. So anytime you do a CGIS program, or even if you do a program that's not with CGIS, you always want to check with your Noonan, RC, CSP, or honors advisor to make sure that the courses you want to take will count towards your LSA distribution credit. This includes 7 credits in humanities. Creative endeavors of people. We got art, religion, film, art history. We have 7 credits in social sciences. This focuses on how people and or institutions interact. So we got sociology, anthropology, econ, poli-sci, communication, and then any other distribution credits that are up to 9 credits. If a course is interdisciplinary, it will fall into this category, and it includes social sciences, humanities, and creative expression. We always tell students to plan ahead. So if you want to go for winter 25, we want you to do this now over the summer. Even though our applications, most of them are not due till September 15th, we want to make sure all your classes are approved because we don't want you to apply for a program, get accepted, and then you find out none of the classes can transfer. So then we have to talk about strategies for studying abroad. It is often easier to get humanities and social studies credits approved than particular major courses. So may make sense to save some of these credits for abroad. So you might want to take most of your major classes or your minor coursework here. And then when you're abroad, you can do your humanities and social sciences, but some may want to supplement major or minor coursework while abroad. And then you want to do some strategic planning that may allow you to experience multiple abroad programs.
So as mentioned, there's a bunch of different options available for CGIS programs to fulfill those different requirements. Particularly a good way to search for those are to look for keywords in the titles. This includes the words like multidisciplinary, metropolitan, humanities, social sciences. And you can see some examples here on our list of European programs. So for Germany, you've got Metropolitan Studies in Berlin. For Italy, you've got Humanities and Social Sciences in Sorrento, Multidisciplinary Studies in Perugia. So that's always a great option. The other is to look for university study programs. So for instance, up here, you can see university study in Germany at the University of Tübingen. I believe I'm going to butcher that. I apologize. Programs with university partners that typically allow students to access a majority of the undergraduate courses across a wide range of departments. That falls under that university study. It'll always say university study in the course title, and then give you what institution you would be studying at. So these are some great keywords and that you can search and sort of filter through. So when you are navigating in mCompass, first, really quickly, mCompass is sort of like the university-wide brochure or catalog for all the study abroad programs that are out there within U of M. Ours will always have CGIS, CGIS in front of the course, and then the program title. There's going to be multiple tabs that you can search through, the overview, how to apply, but specifically we're talking about the academics tab today. So when you click on the academics tab, there's often going to be a description talking about the types of courses that you can take on that particular program, how many credits, etc. So for this example, for humanities and social sciences in Sorrento, you can take a required Italian language course, as well as a variety of English taught elective courses that are focused on business or health studies, classics, humanities. And then very often there will be a link which will take you to the partner institution or the provider's website. And you can go and look at more specific details about the types of courses that are available. This is sort of like the equivalent of the U of M LSA course guide. So you'll get a chance to really dig through, find out more details about when specific things are taught, how many credits it would be, what the topics might be, some historic syllabi will be in there. And so you can get a better idea of the options that might be available for each particular program. Now we're going to talk about some examples. So Sierra is going to take it away for Spain. Again, these are all great options, but there are many available that you can check out.
So, as you know, my name is Sierra. I am the advisor for Spain. So I just want to talk about some of the programs and stuff that we have in terms of Spain. So for Barcelona, we have two options. We have International Business and Humanities at UAB, and then we have International Business and Economics at UPF. For UAB, you can take all 4 electives there, which they have around 30 to 35 different course options. The only downside is they have a diverse student population, but almost no local students, because if you are in a country where the primary language is Spanish, most of the students will be taking Spanish classes and not the classes in English. And then for UPF, you can take 2 electives at UPF and then 2 at the Barcelona SAE Study Center. Barcelona SAE is our provider for this program, and they have in total around 60 to 65 different course options in total that you can take from. They also have a Barcelona Local Orientation Week, and you have more local students for the UPF courses. And then we have Madrid. So for Madrid, we have our university study in Spain at the Universidad Carlos III in Madrid, Spain, also known as UC3M. There you can take between 4 and 5 electives, and they also have around 60 to 65 different course options. And just like UAB, it's a diverse student population, but almost no local students because most of them are international. Now we're going to talk about Czechia and Ireland. So in Czechia, we have 2 programs. We have Central European Studies at Charles University, also known as UPSUS, and then we have the Anglo-American University. So for Czechia, for USEPS, you can take 4 to 5 courses. Students can also take courses alongside their American peers and IRMA students. And then for Anglo-American University, you can take 4 courses, or you can take an additional course for 5 for an additional cost. And courses are taken alongside mostly American and other international students. And then for Ireland, we have the University College of Dublin. You can easily take between 4 and 6 courses. They have a happy medium between UK programs in London and Scotland, Brighton, and then classes alongside Irish students as well. For this, you can also join clubs at all 3 universities.
So I am the programs advisor for the entire United Kingdom portfolio, except for research. So there's a lot of great options available for the United Kingdom. There's a number that are in the city of London itself, and then some that are in the greater UK area. All of these programs are university studies, so you get to select from a wide variety of courses. 2 options that are competitive programs, meaning that they have a very limited number of spots that students are competing for, are University College London, also known as UCL, and King's College London. For both of these, if you're very determined to have independent housing, you can do independent housing on these programs. We still encourage students to apply for university housing, but there's just not a ton available. And it is important to note that for both programs, there are several department restrictions. So you should check to make sure that the courses you're wanting to take are not part of the restricted departments. And then also it's important to note that for these programs, you must take at least 50% of the courses while you're abroad that semester in your major department. Another great option is Queen Mary University of London. This is a non-competitive program. For non-competitive programs, as long as you meet the minimum eligibility criteria and there's no red flags in your disciplinary record or anything like that, you have like a 99% chance of being accepted, very high likelihood. So for Queen Mary, it's unique in that it has its own self-contained campus. You are very likely to be able to secure university housing. It's very affordable, and you can take a wide variety of courses alongside other international students and local UK students. And then there's also the University of Westminster. This is the only UK program that is done through a provider. There is guaranteed housing because of that, and uniquely on top of there being a lot of great options for humanities and social sciences, there is also an internship option available. In the greater UK, we have a couple other options. The University of St. Andrews is located in Scotland. It's actually the third oldest institution in the English-speaking world. And the campus reflects that. You're basically taking courses in a castle. You are guaranteed housing, and you have a wide variety of departments and course area fields at your disposal. And then there is the University of Sussex, which is located in Brighton, England. So that's on the southern coast, about an hour south of London. And it's unique because the campus is actually within a national park. Again, you've got lots of course options at your disposal, and there is guaranteed housing. Additionally, for Europe, we've got Denmark and Sweden. So you can study abroad in Scandinavia with DIS, and you can do so either in Copenhagen or in Stockholm. The core courses, there's about 26 different tracks. So you would take 2 week-long core course study tours in Sweden, Denmark, and across Europe. And then you also have elective options available across over 70 different disciplines, so tons of great options. There are even practicums or internships or lab work available as well. Again, you'll have to get things pre-approved by your advisors, but lots of great options. And then outside of DIS in Sweden, there's also the university study in Stockholm University. So typically students are taking 12 to 18 credits. There's over 150 course options in either the humanities or social sciences. And you take courses one after the other instead of all at once. So you're only ever taking one course at a time, but those courses are in much more condensed format. And then for France and Italy, for France, you can do international relations, humanities, and social sciences in, I'm gonna not pronounce this correctly, Aix-en-Provence. It's a really beautiful place with a smaller community, so it's a great option to practice your French. Clearly, I need the practice. And you have a lot of great options across multiple disciplines. Italy also, there's humanities and social sciences in Sorrento. So 3/4 of the credits per course, 3 to 4 credits per course, for a total of 12 to 15 credits. So typically students are taking between 4 and 5 courses in total. There is a required Italian language course, but if you have questions about that, definitely check in with the Italy advisor, Sarah. And then there are many course options available across multiple disciplines as well.
Now we're going to talk about Germany and the Netherlands. So in Germany, we have one program called Metropolitan Studies in Berlin. This is a cultural study that focuses on the region with emphasis in social sciences. So 2 of the classes you can take are Gender and Historical Perspective, Berlin Past and Present. This is good for like sociology, history, gender studies. And then we have Transatlantic Cinema, Germany and the US. For the Netherlands, we have social sciences in Amsterdam. You will take a combination of CIEE course and host institution classes at the University of Amsterdam. This is very good for social sciences and any humanities options. For Africa and Australia, for South Africa, we have the University Study in South Africa at the University of Cape Town. This is a very affordable program. We have different academic calendars for it and the flexible housing as well, as you can pick from multiple options. For Australia, we have 2 university studies. We have UNSW, which is also known as University of New South Wales, and then we have University of Melbourne. For UNSW, you can take between 12 and 16 credits. It is very affordable as most students go as visiting students, which means that you would pay UNSW's tuition, which is a lot cheaper than even in-state U of M tuition. And they have a more similar academic calendar to U of M. But the only problem is with both of these universities is you will have to find your own housing. But with University of Melbourne, they have a more flexible housing as you are more likely to get on-campus housing if you apply as with UNSW. On-campus housing is almost non-existent. But also University of Melbourne is also the #1 university in Australia. They have a different academic calendar than here at Michigan as compared to UNSW, but you can also take between 16 and 18 credits there. Lastly, we have Asia. So all the programs that we have mentioned are mentioned here are competitive exchange programs with access to a wide range of multidisciplinary studies. Students will pay U of M tuition in lieu of a program fee. So the first place we have is South Korea. So you can do a university study in South Korea at Yonsei University. Yonsei University is one of the best universities, if not the best university, in South Korea. They have very affordable cost of living and a similar academic calendar to U of M. For Japan, we have a university study at Hitotsubashi University. They also have affordable housing, but their calendar does not align with U of M. It starts between like March to August. And then lastly, we have Singapore at the University study in Singapore at the National University of Singapore, which is the best university within Singapore. It is a very competitive program and can be very difficult to secure classes in subjects like economics, computer science, psychology, architecture, and civil engineering.
So we know we just threw a lot of courses and a lot of programs at you, but some key takeaways are that academic advisors make credit approval determinations, not CGIS. So we are your study abroad program advisor. We are not academic advisors. Most university study programs are direct enroll, meaning that you directly enroll in that university, take classes alongside its students. You'll still be considered a full-time, enrolled as a full-time U of M student, but you get the opportunity to take all those classes. And another important thing is you might want to hold on to some of your humanities or social science requirements as you go to map out your course schedule throughout the year, so you can try to fulfill those with courses when you go abroad, just because they happen to be a little easier to get approval for, to transfer back, whereas with some majors, they're very specific about those courses having to be taken on U of M's campus, just to give you that flexibility and ability to build in a study abroad to your undergraduate experience. However, depending on your major, you definitely can still get credit towards your major requirements through many of our program options. So you need to reach out, check in with your major academic advisors and see what options are available for you. And all of the programs that we've talked about and more, you can do more research on our website as well as mCompass. Thank you for joining us. And do we have any questions?